We'll be back with a look at the weather. Stay with us. That's how important bees are.
I come out here in the morning, I do a little carpenter work in the afternoon around the house, and after supper we come back out and sit again till 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Why is it you think maybe a lot of people don't porch sit as much as they used to?
I think it's mostly television.
But what do you watch when you're out here on your porch?
Whatever's going by. People, cars, say hello to everybody, wave at everybody. Don't know who they are half the time, but we wave anyway.
Sort of like your own parade here.
Oh.
Now, do you think if someone comes by here and I wave to them, do you think they'll wave back?
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure, because you're on my porch.
Yeah,
because I'm part of the family.
Oh, yeah. I know.
A relation or
There
something.
you go.
They won't really
You got-
know.
You got one here. Did you know this person?
No, but wave anyway.
She ignored me.
I know
She
that
totally
one. Oh, I
ignored
know
me.
that one. That's
If I'm a beginner as a porch sitter, how should I start off?
Get a good chair.
Get a good
A
chair.
good rocking chair is the best thing. I'm sending away for a pattern now, and I'm going to make a rocking chair for next summer. If God is good to me, I'm still alive.
It's been 3 years since Tony Kowaleski took his Stutz out of mothballs. Today he did it again and invited us along for a journey back to 1914, when men were men, Ty Cobb was king, and juggernauts were legal on the roads. They were called Bearcats. Kowaleski saw his first Stutz when he was 8 years old. A fight promoter in Kingston gave him and a friend a ride.
He motioned us to sit in the car. I sat in the bucket seat, and my buddy sat on the floor. And he took us for a ride up Main Street in Kingston. And after that, I says, boy, someday when I grow big, I want to get a Stutz Bearcat. And
Took you how many years to get one?
well, that was in 1918. And 1948, 30 years later, I bought a Stutz Bearcat.
Okay, next.
Kowaleski's Stutz is thought to be one of only 4 complete originals, piece by piece, left in the world. And fewer than a dozen people have driven it since he bought it in 1948.
When you're behind the wheel of a Bearcat, you have a high, like you got something, a dreadnought. You're flying a space shuttle or something like that. It just gives you that. I get into my Chevy Caprice and it's just nothing. I get in my Cadillac. It's just an ordinary car. But when you get behind the wheel of a Bearcat, well, you experience it yourself.
Now, back when this car was hot, what would you wear? I mean, if you
Well,
were a real dandy.
back in the 20s and 30s, Joe College and the real hotshot wore a raccoon coat. He wore a pork pie hat. He was hot stuff. He was the cat's meow.
All we need is a raccoon coat.
That's right.
Should be a washout on Sunday with high temperatures in the 80s. Swank tanning guy looks just dandy for the next 2 days. A little hot then. Now, that was pretty exciting, but for a self-described thriller, this film takes a long time to get moving. Polanski shows none of the style he had in Chinatown, Tess, or Rosemary's Baby, and Harrison Ford shows us the same stone-faced grunt look on his mug through the entire picture. Here he is confronting the kidnappers. Here he is regaining consciousness. Here he is with his co-star. Ooh, now that's good acting. Some women may enjoy seeing Ford all but nude in one scene, and some men will no doubt take a liking to his leggy co-star and her wide variety of miniskirts. But this is not a must-see film. It's not a total waste either, just one of those flicks to see only if there's nothing better playing. If you're looking for some more fun in your movie-going, try John Waters' new film, Hairspray. I'm Steve Swienckowski.
Why don't we come?
The Unbearable Lightness of Being. The title sends shivers down the spine of anyone whose job it is to change the theater marquee. This film is as long as the title, 3 hours long, and that's about 1 hour too much. Daniel Day-Lewis stars as a womanizing brain surgeon who keeps all the relationships in his life light and mainly sexual. Juliette Binoche plays his wife, and in this scene, she is no longer able to hide her pain because of his indiscretions. She would rather go with him when he visits his lovers than be left at home with the dog. A Rockwell painting brought to life. Other times it's more like a suspense thriller about a crazed psychopath. It's a story of love. It's a chronicle of revenge. It's an epic drama. It's a pain in the neck. Still, it was worth it just to see the evil side of William Hurt, but just barely worth it. I'm Steve Swienckowski.
And how timely that was. Now it's time for Bimester and Swankster at the movies. Our own ace reviewer, Steve Swienckowski, is here. Joins us for a look at the new baseball flick, Bull Durham. What about it?
Liked it. Pretty good. Bull Durham is the story of a young minor league pitcher named Ebby Lelouch. He has a $1 million arm but a 5-cent brain, so veteran catcher Crash Davis, played by Kevin Costner, is assigned a room with Lelouch.
Yet another baseball movie coming out. It's called 8 Men Out. Until then, I'm Bimester.
I'm Swankster.
And we'll see you at the movies.
That may be their last.
That may be.
Yeah, my feelings exactly. License to Drive is a bad movie. The script is bad, the direction is bad, and the acting is mediocre at best. It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off with no soul. Risky Business with no heart. Pee-wee's Big Adventure with no teeth. License to Drive is a big ticket to nowhere. Don't waste your time. Instead, try Bull Durham or Big or even Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You really can't go wrong with any of those. I'm Steve Swienckowski. Which manages to tug on your heartstrings. You actually want to cry for a robot. Short Circuit 2 gets the nod from here. A film for everyone, not an earth shaker, just some clean, harmless fun. I'm Steve Swienckowski.
I went to this movie with Steve, and he did cry.
Did he really?
No, I don't know.
He had duck bumps, I know that.
Duck bumps? Let's take a look at tomorrow morning.
Pee-wee Herman. You may love him or despise him. If you love him, Steve Swienckowski has a snapshot of his new movie for you.
Hi gang, Paramount Pictures sent me this cute promotional package for Pee-wee Herman's new film. Inside this box of popcorn is a 3D Viewmaster with slides from Big Top Pee-wee. Oh, there's Pee-wee on his farm. And there's Pee-wee with Vance, the talking pig, in their greenhouse. And there's Pee-wee with his fiancée, Winnie.
Definitely short sleeve weather out at Sailor Beach. Our Steve Swienckowski is having a little drink there, huh, Steve?
Well, it's a little visual aid, okay? We've been talking about how low we've been as far as precipitation. Now, usually by the first week of May, we've had about 8 inches of precipitation. Now, this is about 8 inches of pop here, okay? Now, I'll show you exactly where we are by drinking some of this pop. Here goes.
This has got to hurt, Steve. Ouch, that had to burn. He's not done yet. How about a musical interlude? Is that about right?
Does the foam count?
Excluding the bubbles, that's about how much we've had so far this year in comparison to how much we should have had. About 2.5 inches of rain so far this year, and we're about 5.5 inches short. So we need some good rain, and we need it in a hurry. But it kind of gives me a sick feeling just to think about it, you know? Let's take a look at what's happening. Here are the current conditions. We have a partly cloudy, winds out of the south, and gusty, and a high around 85. And we are saluting a senior this evening. She is 103 years young. Her face deal is of green. She's living at the Mathers nursing home up there. And she is an aunt of the famous Barbara Walters. So we wish continued good health.
You know, it would take me half an hour to drink that much soda.
It's going to take me that long to digest it.
Steve, thank you very much. I think don't look at me, look at Mother Nature. Oh boy.
Nature. We'll take a look at the forecast. I'm out at the Hotel Fort Des Moines in Des Moines, and there's a big invention, nearly 200 exhibits from kids from all the regional competition, and then they got to come out here to Des Moines and show off their inventions. These kids are ages kindergarten through 8th grade. Tonight they get the awards. Tomorrow you can view them from 9 to 11 if you like. If you don't have time, we're going to take a little tour of the invention convention, so follow along with me. Here we go. First stop here is at the bottle locker. This is John Ryan, a 6th grader, who's invented this lock for a liquor bottle. Have you had any offers from major corporations to buy this yet, John?
Not yet.
Okay. Gee, look at that over there. Michael Sipker has got a lure saver. Well, how does this work? What is it?
If you get a lure caught in a tree, you can turn this on and cut the lure out of the tree, and then just take it out.
So it's a chainsaw on a pole.
Yeah, to get it up into the tree to cut.
Does it work?
Yeah, it should.
You think you could open this thing for me? No, never mind. Yeah. Here's an invention called soap and sponge skates. So this is a pretty good idea here. This is a little piece of soap with a strap, and you put the soap skates on your bare feet. It says here you dip them in water, and then you skate around the floor. And it says here the purpose is to make cleaning the floor fun. The soap and sponge skates. I think this is how Eric Hayden got his start. Now here we have a pretty nifty invention. This is the everything helmet. This is Bill Daw. He's the inventor. Bill, tell us about this, will you? I'm going to put it on there.
Okay, this invention is the everything.
Take two.
Tool set in case your brakes break down or something. A walkie-talkie to talk to your friends long distance. And a flashlight in case it gets dark and you have to ride your bike at night.
Well, as you can see, there's a lot of fun things out here, and let me get rid of this thing. Let's get to your forecast right away, shall we? Here's what's happening. Current numbers, 80, we're going to break that thing again, 87 degrees, sunny skies, winds that way. I saw you look in Dave's eyes, and you said, you got me.
Well, I suspected, you see, but it was all drama. I mean, it's just television drama. You know, I could stay out there as long as I want, which is indicative of how easy it is, Steve. And that's why we want you to come on out. Being a weatherman, we figure that you could weather the log rolling. And just give all your viewers in Des Moines.
But I'm going to get on there, and I'm going to hurt myself. You're going to.
No, I guarantee you that you cannot be hurt. Just your ego, possibly your makeup, maybe your shoes. We can take those off. So.
All right.
Okay, Des Moines, look quick.
What?
Tell the viewers how easy it is.
Easy as pie.
Fleming family of Seattle. Pet lovers, several pets in the family, and here's their favorite, Pooley, the dog that died 4 years ago. But not to despair, they preserved Pooley forever. They had him, believe it or not, freeze-dried.
I didn't like to think that he wasn't going to be around, and I thought if we still around somewhere, he'd bring to us like he always did.
Now, the Flemings say their friends love the freeze-dried sheepdog. They call him very well behaved.
Will he bring your slippers?
Oh, I grew up with sheepdogs. That makes me cry. I would think so. Weather, quick. Possibility of thunder showers overnight.
That's as much as he can say. Tomorrow at 6. Would you believe a lobster hunt in Iowa? We'll find out tomorrow. And a health team report on screening donated blood to make sure it's safe. Join us for those stories tomorrow.
Have a good week.
Good night. Steve, we for you. This one from our letter bag because it's about you. This viewer writes, love that Steve Swienckowski as the weatherman. But has he ever thought of changing his name? It took me 3 weeks to catch the spelling, or I would have written sooner.
What do you got to say to that?
Well, you know, my name was Smith before I came to WHO, and they said that's too plain, it's too humdrum. So I came up with this name.
It's a nice name.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
A minute, but I want to try this first. This is a turkey call. I want to see if it works. Son of a gun, and by gosh, it does work. It attracts a turkey every time.
Your arm is 6 inches taller than my arm.
I really shouldn't do this, you know, but...
You shouldn't do this?
No, it's, you know, what if the guy's a, you know, West Coast champion or something?
Do I look like the West Coast champion?
You know?
Okay, here.
You gotta remember, no, you do this. You
do this?
Yeah, that's how you do it. Real arm wrestling. I know, you know, remember Over the Top? Remember that movie?
Oh, right.
Well, He showed me a few secrets.
Oh, he did?
Just in case.
Okay.
You go over the top.
Well, you're going to need them, kid.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, so that's how you do it. It's
Yeah.
the leverage, right?
Yeah.
My arm is just so
But
puny. My arm is puny.
before we got here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So you.
But listen, you got me already. You're beating me already. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Go.
1, 2, 3.
Go.
Oh, there's no way. I can't even get any leverage on the guy. There's no.
Just tell me when
I'm
you start.
trying now.
Tell me when you start.
The weekend, but that may be overly optimistic. Rambo 3 was still in production in mid-December. I'm Steve Swienckowski. And I'm losing my fucking voice. You can of the TV station. We have a little mini tour for you right now. I can barely see anything because of the sunshine. It's very bright out. But it's coming up. Oh, that was Tim Hedrick enjoying something. And I can't see a thing on this monitor. This is the newsroom, of course. People talking. Jim Strickland doing a little typing. And going back into master control now. That's where they punch all the buttons. All the important things happen. And I'm flying blind here, folks. I can't see. I have no idea what you're looking at. I'm just guessing. TV, it's the live. Oh, we're back at me? Hi. So, so much for that. That gives you an idea of what you can see if you come out for our health fair and, of course, the open house here at TV 13. You both?
Well,
okay.
We'll all say fugitive, not fugitive, or rather fugitive.
Lots of fun with that.
Hey, speaking of fun,
He's got another toy.
we've got a toy. Let's take a look. Track cam. Hi. This is nifty. Whoa, you almost took the head off of Judy right there when he swung that camera around. It's on a track, and it's how long is that track? About 30 feet, maybe?
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
it'll track down here. I'll take you over here. Here's
take a shot of that
here's
other camera
the interview set. Here we go. Oh, there it is. There you can see it. It's on a long track, and it's pivoting with me now. Now if we, there's Jeff, the cameraman. Wave, Jeff. There you go. There you go. Over here to the blue screen. Now you know how TV works. Now let's get into the weather, shall we? Wow, how did they do that? Temperature 62 degrees, dew point at 28, skies are mostly sunny, humidity at 28%, winds are out of the northeast, and it's just a big blue screen, folks. Barometer at 30.14 and hold the
Power of prediction works for that rain tomorrow night.
Do you think Swami's going to answer you, Steve?
Well, we got something showing up on radar.
Oh, well, that's good.
That's good news.
Oh, get us excited.
Let's take a look at current conditions, 72 degrees. Calm down, ladies. Now here we have a pretty nifty invention. This is the everything on the thing. They call him big old Brahma Bull, 1,500 pounds. He's ticklish. So when Bob Taft, the promoter of the International Rodeo, started painting this on, he did not sit still for it, but he did sit still long enough to put that big old high pressure, look at it, he's ticklish. Big old high pressure system, which is just north of us. That's giving us some clear skies, going to give us some rather chilly temperatures, and going to give us some rather nice dry weather for the next couple of days, and temperatures will begin to warm, as a matter of fact, as this system progresses to the east. Now I'm going to try to stick a cold front on this guy. It's a real cold front. He's shivering from that. Well, there is a cold front just to the south. It's actually a bit of a stationary front, and it's causing a lot of rain for the folks just south of us. Let's go to our forecast, shall we? This is what we're expecting. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy skies, winds out of the
Millerville Marina, basking in the sunshine.
Yeah, quick, this is my invitation. As you can boat launch out at the marina out at Sailorville.
Oh, it's at the carnival at the Twin Rivers Festival. Well, they're not set up yet, so I don't know what he's doing. Let's find out. Oh, he's not. Are you on that thing?
Yes, I'm in the Super Looper at the Two Rivers Festival. It starts tonight. It goes all through the weekend. I've got a big concert tomorrow night. We'll tell you about that a little later on. I think I'm going over the top. Do it. Give it me full power here. Let's take a look at a current shot from Sky High. Oh my, it's 72 degrees under sunny skies. And yeah, if we take a look at the latest satellite picture, oh no! Lots of clear skies because of high pressure. And here's your forecast, clear and cool, winds out of the northeast at 5 to 10, a low of 46 overnight. We'll take a look at tomorrow's forecast, and we'll tell you more about the Two Rivers Festival a little later on, right here on Live at 5, Mama!
I want to see him go over one more time.
Yeah!
That's called getting the weather from every angle.
Oh, goodness. That and much more Live at 5 still to come, Paul.
We'll be back with our entertainment.
Feel. This is what I think. I think we should check with an expert, though, before I give my candid opinions on the weather.
Okay,
right,
where's
Steve?
Tim? Oh.
Ooh, you are, geez, first you knocked my haircut.
I'm sorry,
What
Steve.
is with you?
The door was just open. I had to walk
Do
on
I
through
deserve this or what?
No, I'm sorry. You're a very lovable guy.
Okay, good thing you're in the other studio. Good lightning. Let's take a look at the video of some of the lightning shot from Sky Eye 13 last night. This around 1 o'clock at the height of one of the storm systems that moved through us. Very strong lightning, some good downpours, some gusty winds, some light hail reported in certain areas. And isn't that, looks like a big Christmas tree. It's lit up green. Something about no change foreseen, something like that. Oh, well. Let's take a look at, this was the radar last. Here we go.
Kim Stone.
Yow.
Please start. Sounding device up there.
Yow! He's smiling, look, he's smiling. Turn around, he's smiling. He's all right, you're all right, right? Yeah, this is why they had to sign, that waiver, right? So if we get hurt. All right, well, why don't we go to the current conditions while we're sitting here and getting untangled. We got a temperature of 77 degrees.
I
think he did.
Let's take a look at the numbers from this morning, from this afternoon. What was that? That was a rogue photographer running through my weather map. Here's a look at the numbers. 52 for... Better check myself before I get in here. 52 for the low this morning.
Swienckowski from the World Pork Expo. Stephen, are you there?
I'm here, Jimmy, and you know, I've been called it before, but today I really feel like a wiener. Can you see this mobile?
Oh, yeah, they're pulling out. That's kind of...
Pet lovers, several pets in the family, and here's their favorite, Poolie, the dog that died 4 years ago. But not to despair, they preserved Poolie forever. They had him, believe it or not, freeze-dried.
At 8 o'clock. I think I know what I did wrong here, too. Was I doing...
Now, on News Center 13 News Break.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. Good morning, it's 6 o'clock. It's not often that we get big stars on Live at 5, and tonight we have not one, but two big stars on Live at 5.
Coming in?
Well, I'd like to see them myself.
What do you have?
Did they get their autographs?
I don't think I even need...
Hey, folks, we're doing a show here. Sit down.
In case
A
you
lot of
can't
people still
recognize
talking
them,
on phones and everything back there.
we have Tom Posten
Where?
and Tim Conway in town for The Odd Couple. Help us understand the
What
story.
have you been doing all summer? My goodness gracious, you've blown way out of proportion here. What happened to you?
We'll talk about that.
on something.
Okay, now...
Live at 5 returns with the team on the move. News Center 13.
Well, Anita made it back alive after that interview. You know, Steve Swienckowski told me earlier he may try to get one of those guys to do weddings.
You know, that's the first interview I've ever done where I never got to ask a question.
We're gonna have tag team weather tonight. Mr. Posten's gonna read the current conditions for me while I walk over.
Temperature 98, skies mostly sunny, wind southwest at 10 miles an hour. How do you like that? I have another career. Humidity 34%. Humidity, that's very low. Dew point is 65 degrees, as if you care.
Yeah.
The barometer is 29.82 and falling.
Thank you. Thank you. Now it's my turn. Let's take a look at what's happening on the radar. We are showing some rain on the National Weather Service radar. We've got... He just walked through, but we don't... there, now see, they're getting rain. Can you see? Can you see the rain?
See that.
See the rain?
Nothing on there.
See the rain? We've got rain right here. We've got rain right here. And there's a severe thunderstorm watch over portions of southern Minnesota, and we might get some of this stuff.
There's nothing here. There's nothing on this at all.
It's just a blue screen, I know. And this is moving to the southeast at about 25 miles an hour, and there's rain all over us. There's rain to the south in Nebraska. There's rain showing up in southern South Dakota right now, so looks like we're going to get some wet stuff. So I'm going to do the forecast
Temperature
right now.
98, skies mostly
We did the currents. Tonight, partly cloudy, scattered thunderstorms, winds out of the south at 10. Now get over there. You've got to do the senior salute next. Get over there. Low down around 69. For tomorrow, we're going to look for partly cloudy skies, scattered thunderstorms, winds out of the east at 10 to 20 miles an hour, high of 84. About a 1 in 3 chance that you'll see any wet stuff overnight, and that's better than we've seen in the last couple of weeks. Mr. Conway, the senior
Yes, sir.
salute.
Our senior salute is for Clarence Williams. He's 91 years old today, and he's from Des Moines.
He's going to have a baby. God bless him.
No, he's not going to.
Not
Oh, I
yet.
thought that said that.
No, the lady, the weather lady.
Must have been the temperature.
Thanks,
Temperature
guys.
98.
You're entirely welcome.
When's your first show, Friday night?
We have no idea.
idea.
No, tonight. We open tonight.
You open tonight?
Yeah, we close tonight, too. It's kind of an economical move.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
I hope you get
the
another job
Oh,
somewhere.
thank you.
In television.
No map.
Bye.
Bye. Nice talking to you.
We may never get
You glad we came in tonight?
Under Clarence Williams.
Steve Swienckowski here. Hey, how would you like to see how we put Live at 5 on the air? Well, come on, I'll give you a little tour. Oh, cut the music. Gotta be quiet. Here we go.
Word today of another indictment.
Gee, you know, you really can't see much from here. I got an idea. Why not come down to the station and see it in person? Send us your name, address, and phone number to Audience Live at 5, Grand Avenue, Des Moines, 50308. Maybe you can come down and see it firsthand.
Live at 5 always brings you Des Moines' first forecast. Here's Steve Swienckowski. Steve? Hey, where's Steve?
Jeez.
Hi, Tim Hedrick here. Just relaxing in the old backyard. Boy, I love it. It's full. New neighbors. Anyway, boss says to me yesterday, Tim, I'd like 5 different backyards during the month of July. I'd like to come to your backyard. Convince me. Write me a letter in care of News Center 13, Tim's Backyard Weather, 1801 Grand Avenue. Boy, it doesn't look like rain.
Tim! You live here! I just moved in! This is great!
Oh, yeah, great. Great.
Tim! Tim!
Oh, great.
Alright, let's go.
This snake bites, too.
It's something that you never get used
The chroma key. It's this big blue mat. This is where we do the weather, and we put things behind us. For instance, we have an audience member behind me. Her name is Roberta Ireland. There she is. Now, she's from Des Moines. Now, Roberta, you stay right where you are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put your head on my body. Can you get it? Okay. You're bigger than me. Oh, let me move out this way a little bit. How's that? Is there a head on my body now? Yeah. Hi, Roberta. That's what we call the chroma key. Thanks, Roberta. Let's have a hand for Roberta Ireland. Yeah. Okay. Now we go to the current conditions. Night.
Oh, hi. Tim Hedrick here. Just enjoying some of the great summertime weather in the old backyard, cooking up some bratwurst for me and the family. Now, I just wanted you to know I picked my backyards for backyard weather. It wasn't an easy process. I got some great invitations. But starting Monday on News Center 13 at 6, I'll begin my journey. I can hardly wait. These babies smell good. I'm here.
Gee, is this great being neighbors or what?
Shit, I messed that one up.
Shit, I messed that one up.
And boy, do these bratwurst,
that smells good, that do.
and boy, do these bratwurst smell good. Do smell good, huh, Steve? Ooh. I said, Hi, Tim Hedrick here, just enjoying the summertime weather in the old backyard.
Look what I did to the fence.
Oh, jeez. That's all right. Just get back up there.
Ooh, that's the sound of the man working on a You're so fucked up.
Okay, that's perfect then. Shit, I messed that one up.
I don't even have a thermometer. I depend on Steve.
Really? You don't have a thermometer?
No.
I've got one outside the dining room window.
She probably just peeks into your office whenever she wants to know what the temperature is outside.
No, she peeks into my dining room window.
And what
It's
I
getting
have
really
seen.
annoying,
Oh.
too. You know, you just come in, knock,
She
I'll let
interrupts
you in.
dessert? Yeah, it's awful.
You won't invite me in.
That's not true. But, I mean, how down and dirty can political mudslinging really be? For TV Light, I'm Steve Swienckowski.
Hi, Tim Hedrick here, just enjoying the summertime weather in the old backyard. Look what I did to the fence. Oh, geez.
Let me show you the bathroom. You're going to like this.
Hasn't this...
Look what I did to the fence. Oh, geez.
Let me show you the bathroom. You're going to like this.
Isn't this quaint? Isn't this charming? Old world?
There's real danger here in the bathroom, folks, if you haven't noticed. Excuse me, can I get by here, please? It's right over here, over at the faucet. It's something we call the double faucet dance. Let me show you here. Hot. Cold. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah.
Ooh, that's the sound of the working on a train. Ooh, dang. Ooh, that's the sound of the mom working on the train. Gang all day long and singing. Ooh, 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 yeah!
Wire bells go off almost continually for the last hour. He's in the newsroom with a pretty busy afternoon for you, young man.
Yeah, like Pavlov's dog, I'm salivating. Let's take a look at... Why don't you just demonstrate for us? Just like that? Yeah. Do you feel cool, calm, and collected now? Yeah, a little. Yeah, a little.
So now, have you tried this thing?
Yeah.
Did you try it before or after the guy tried it?
I cleaned it and then I tried it, but I have a problem with this in that it has no fragrance, and I'm accustomed to having a fragrance under there.
So what are you doing?
Well, I do both. I use the rock and the stick, okay?
Oh.
I found some...
Does rock break stick or does stick break rock? Gordon, my man!
Dynamite breaks everything, I think. I found someone on our staff who uses this.
Really?
Sydney, the makeup artist.
She does?
Yeah, so next time, tomorrow when you're getting your makeup done, take a little sniff. Sniff around.
Great.
$12 for the rock, and they say it should last you about a year.
And it'll get smaller and smaller?
Little tiny
until
rock.
eventually you're just going, ooh, like that. Anyway, thank you, Steve. Nice job.
New Year's resolutions last year? Oh, pardon me, ma'am.
Well, I don't remember whether I did or not. I don't recall. That must not have been too important for what.
What happened there? I have no idea. The look she gave me was priceless. Oh, God, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Oh. I think she looked at me. Your mother eats kitty litter.
I couldn't
I heard her
understand it.
mumble something. I don't know what she said.
Oh. You may recall a recent survey of women exiting a ladies' washroom, and the question was, do you wash your hands before leaving the facilities? 9 out of 10 responded by saying yes. But the researchers did not rely solely on the honesty of those surveyed. They then secretly watched women in washrooms, and they found that, in reality, only 2 in 10 actually washed their hands. Another thanks to my boss for giving me this grueling assignment. Back to you.
Thanks.
And I want to get... The real hotshot wore a raccoon coat. He wore a...
This is Channel 3 Reports.
Hello, this is the overnight edition of Channel 3 Reports. It's 2 a.m. I'm Susan Hirosuna.
Steve's here with weather and Steve's shtick.
That's well said.
Thank you.
Yes, it's time once again for the weird, the wild, the wacky, the wonderful, the news no one else would use. It's Steve's shtick for a Saturday. All right, pick that phony headline. There are two actual headlines here, and there is one bogus one. Marilyn Monroe was really a man. Was that actually in a tabloid this week? Adolf Hitler was actually a woman. Could that be the bogus headline? Or Dimbo, the flying elephant. He soars through the air by flapping his giant ears. Yes, gleaned from this week's tabloids. One of those is a bogus headline, and two of those are real.
I'm going to go with Dimbo. I mean, is that a knockoff from Walt Disney or what?
No. That is in one of these tabloids, absolutely. The bogus one was the Marilyn Monroe headline.
Oh,
There's another one in there. Adolf Hitler was actually a woman. And they have a photo to prove it. And speaking of photos, this one is probably the best one of the week. Yes, you might have seen the photo about a week or two ago where the alien was backing Perot. Well, now he's backing Clinton. Alien gets around.
Yeah, I tell you.
Proof is right there. Another warm day today. High of around 97. We'll go for 97 in Sacramento.
County threatening 3 mountain towns.
And so far, more than 2,000 people have been evacuated from their homes. Actually, 2 fires are burning, and they started about the same time, a little after 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. The biggest one, a 3,500-acre fire near Moccasin in Tuolumne County. The other is near the Mountain Ranch area. Now, that Moccasin fire has forced the evacuation of residents in Big Flat Oak, Groveland, and Pine Mountain Lake. About 2,000 evacuees are taking refuge at a school in Groveland. Our Suzanne Rico was on the scene of the Tuolumne fire last night and has this report.
Acre after acre.
A forecast like this is why I got into the business, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at the country. In the Northeast, Blossom is keeping the temperatures relatively...
Wind, rain, and crummy weather we've been having at times. Finally got a nice day today.
Yeah, you covered it all, man.
We try.
Thank you, Zoe.
That'll do it.
This is the time we usually turn to Steve Swienckowski.
Do we? But our weatherman has the night off, and with good reason. This evening, the weather geek, as many of you know him, became a proud papa, welcoming in his first baby boy.
That is J.P. Swienckowski, weighing in at 8.5 pounds at Rex Hospital.
Little geek.
So just what does the J.P. stand for? Well, Jason Pock. Pock is the maiden name for Steve's wife's son.
And son's doing well, too.
Mama's doing well,
Yeah.
baby boy's doing well, and Papa's probably doing all right.
I'll be a son of a meteorologist. How about that? Another little
.0 engine.
Thank you for some good news.
You
bet. All right,
Hey,
thanks, Sully.
the weather geek on maternity leave, huh?
He's at home, taking it easy. Well, maybe not with the baby,
yeah.
huh?
We're going to bring him on in here.
There he is, making his big debut. There you go, there you go. JP and I come right back with your weather. Don't go away.
Johnson Lexus of Raleigh. Now, Fox 22 weather with meteorologist Tim Drum.
Well, not exactly. It's Weather Geek and Weather Geek Jr. JP, Jason Pock Swienckowski, 3 days old, and he is, I'll tell you, this is the most alert we've seen him all week. He is just, I think he's a camera ham, just like his old dad, and he is just loving it. We have some partly cloudy, partly sunny weather tomorrow, a couple of showers in the area, but for the most part, no big deal if you have outdoor plans. I don't think they're going to get rained out. Take a look first at your forecast for tomorrow. Here it is. We are looking for variably cloudy skies, widely scattered afternoon showers, about a 20 to 30% chance that you'll see something in your backyard. Look for a high tomorrow near 63 degrees. Let's take a look at high temperatures from today. We did, current numbers. It's temperatures 49, dew points at 49. He's falling asleep. Wind is calm, the barometer is holding steady, and we do have some fog. In fact, there's a dense fog advisory for the coastal plain and the coastal areas of North Carolina. Visibility is going to be reduced tomorrow morning and late tonight, so be aware of that. All right, let's take a look at the high temperatures from around the region today. Got up to 65 at RDU, well above normal for this time of year. Man, you got to like it, that's for sure. In fact, temperatures are going to remain above normal. We're going to go with 72 on Saturday, believe it or not. And satellite picture shows that we did have some low clouds and fog early this morning. Satellite also showing that there is some shower activity to our north and to our northwest. There's actually some rain showers up there. You can see that the low clouds, which are the darker colors, pretty much stayed with us most of the day, but the sun peeked through there and warmed us up to a nice high of 65. Take a look at the radar picture, the regional radar, showing some rain showers throughout portions of Virginia and West Virginia. It's all rain, by the way. It's not frozen precipitation. And we don't see any frozen precipitation in the next 5 days, which is good news, I think, for most of us. Take a look at the surface map. Currently, we do have a frontal system that is just out towards the mountains of North Carolina. That front is really not going to sweep through us too well. Take a look at tomorrow's surface map, and you'll see that it kind of changes and into a warm front, and we're going to be on the warm side of the front, which means that there's going to be a little bit of overrunning in the atmosphere, which is weather geek speak. It just means that there's going to be some light shower activity, and that's about it. Probably not going to rain out any plants that you have. So your forecast overnight tonight, some dense fog. As I said, dense fog advisory down towards the coastal plain, and you just look at all over the place. And look for a low down around 47. Tomorrow morning, if you're up early, back to school or back to work, the fog dissipates, but it remains mostly cloudy. Temperatures will stay somewhere right around the 50-degree range. And then tomorrow should be variably cloudy. There's going to be some sunshine. There's going to be some clouds. There's going to be some fog in the morning. Widely scattered afternoon showers. As I said, the chance that you'll see anything in your backyard, about 20 to 30%. Look for a high tomorrow near 63. Here's the flying 5-day forecast. Got a nice high of 70 on Friday, 72 on Saturday. Look at that. The temperature staying in the 60s, well above normal. We are going to have a frontal passage on Saturday, a faux pas on Saturday, and that does give us a chance of showers and thunderstorms. And I do want to thank Tim Drum for coming into the station and putting together the forecast for me, because that means I can just sit here and play with the boy.
Hey, Steve, he's a cute little guy, but everybody here in the studio is saying, do you think Steve changes diapers?
Do you? We got to hear it.
Yes,
I know you've got Mom and Grandma there.
How many have you changed so far, Steve? Be honest now.
None.
None. That's more like it. That's what we thought you'd say.
You know, we've got Grandma Lee here, mother-in-law, living with us. She's the built-in babysitter. She's been changing all the diapers before I can even get there.
You know, you've got to learn how to do that. You know, you've got to.
I've practiced.
Well, you sound like Steve, but you look like one tired papa. Have some fun.
Actually, I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Well, if got a question.
One studio audience full of energetic kids, please. That's high. All right. Hey, welcome to the show. Any questions?
Hey, what kind of show is this?
Well, it's a show about young people and for young people, just like you all.
What is this place?
It's any place you want it to be. Just use your imagination, homie.
I have a question. What does pizzazz mean?
That's a good question.
Look, we'll be honest with you. We do not know what pizzazz means.
It just sort of came up.
Hey, if you guys are so new with this, how do you know you'll be friends?
The kid's got a good point. What if we don't get along? I mean, I hardly know this guy.
Now that I think about it, we are sort of different. That shouldn't be a problem. I hope.
Hey, it's a big world. There's lots of different people in it.
Yeah, but the main thing is that
temporary shelters for those who have been left homeless by these aftershocks and the earthquake.
Time for a look at weather. You being a meteorologist and all that good stuff, I guess you can tell us without a shadow of a doubt what the weather's going to be, or it doesn't work that way.
As you may know, meteorology is not an exact science, that's for sure, but we will try to exact it as best we can. Good evening, everybody. We had a fairly nice summer-type day throughout much of the Bay Area today, and I think we're going to have a little bit of a warm-up as we get on to Tuesday and a little bit of a cool-down as we get on into Thursday. Clear right now, temperature at 59, humidity at 55%, winds from the west, and the barometer 30.08, and it is on the rise. Let's take a look now at high temperatures from this date. High temperatures, well, a lot cooler than it was yesterday, but But we are looking for temperatures to be even warmer tomorrow. 73 in San Francisco today. I think we might see 75, 76 by 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Up and down the state, temperatures were above normal. In fact, they had a couple of record high temperatures. Down in San Diego, they had a record high today. And in Los Angeles at 90 was just 1 degree shy of the record for this date. Let's take a look at the last 20 hours with the satellite images and see what we can figure out what's happening. A little bit of a disturbance moved through our area earlier today. That caused the cloud cover, and that caused the temperatures to be considerably cooler than some forecasters thought it would be today. But we have high pressure now building in over the region, and that means the return of sunny skies and certainly some clear weather and a bit of a warm-up, probably even warmer tomorrow, and then warmer still on Tuesday, and then another little disturbance, a little trough of low pressure moves in here probably sometime Wednesday and on into Thursday. That's when we'll have a cool down. So if you're traveling tomorrow, up to the north, no problems. Some partly cloudy skies, highs in the 60s in places like Portland and down towards Seattle. Down south in the Southland, Los Angeles with sunny skies, highs in the 80s, and San Diego, highs in the 70s. Phoenix, the highs will be in the triple digits. 70s if you're going to Denver with plenty of sunshine, and 70s of partly cloudy skies in Salt Lake City, where they had a record high today as well. And if you're traveling even further east, sunny skies throughout much of the Plain States with some rain in towards the mid-Atlantic coast. Here's the forecast for our neck of the woods. Patchy coastal clouds and fog tomorrow morning, but really, certainly not what we expect in summertime months. I think we're going to see a lot of sunshine tomorrow, light winds, and low temperatures 48 to 56 throughout much of the Channel 2 viewing area. Mostly sunny and warm, then later in the day, highs in the 70s, and that's being a little ambiguous, but I think we'll see high 70s in many Bay Area towns. Tuesday, even warmer with highs in the 80s. Wednesday, some clouds may move in with a little cooler air, and Thursday, your day off, George. Possibility of some clouds and cooler weather.
No frogs raining from the sky.
Sorry about that.
Time for sports wrap. Was it a good draft for the 49ers?
I think after the past few years where they were very, very shaky, they got exactly what they needed. And two guys that I like in particular will tell you, they were looking for safety, they were looking for the running back. You will see who the...
But right now we see more clouds coming up from the south. This way, more clouds developing.
Well, my garden looks great. Steve Swienckowski, meteorologist, joins us now. A lot of growth in my garden these days.
Glad to hear it.
Weather.
Well, I hope you're watering, because it's going to be hard to see any natural wet stuff in the next couple of days. However, we do have a little change in the weather, because we might see just a little bit of sprinkling or drizzling along the coastal areas in the next 24 hours or so. Good evening. Let's take a look at the current numbers, and I'll tell you all about it. Live picture looking through the estuary and across to the big city. Some clouds over in San Francisco right now, but it's sunny in Oakland at 71. Humidity at 50%. Winds are from the northwest at 10 miles an hour, and the barometer is 29.97. And it is falling, and it's falling because we have some low pressure headed our way, and we'll see it on the satellite picture. Temperatures today, high temperatures were slightly above normal for this time of year. Normal in San Francisco is about 65. San Jose is about 75. Temperatures a little warmer than they were yesterday. Up and down the state, temperatures very nice. Los Angeles 79. Bakersfield rang in with an 89. Up at Lake Tahoe, plenty of sunshine and 69 degrees. Let's take a look at that satellite picture. Got a couple of low pressure centers off the coast. Got this one in here, and we got this one here. This one was here 7 days ago when I last spoke with you, and it's still spinning, but finally it's going to push on inland. And as it moves inland, we expect an increase in clouds, a good surge of low clouds and fog in the next 24 hours. And some of that marine layer will wring out some precipitation. We might see some misty precipitation throughout the bay late tonight and into tomorrow, and maybe even some downright drizzle in some areas. But I think precipitation amounts will be very low, maybe 0.05 of an inch at the very best. Some thunderstorms booming up in northern California and into Oregon during the last 5 hours or so. National radar picture, there's some of the radar blips just north of us, and big thunderstorms over the nation's midsection. In fact, a couple of severe thunderstorm areas from about Detroit down through Columbus into Cincinnati and back through Indiana. If you're traveling tomorrow, you may see some rather bumpy weather into that area of the country once again, with showers and thunderstorms all the way down through the Arklatex, so you could see some delays if you're going through Dallas or Fort Worth. In the west, however, plenty of sunshine, smooth sailing, some rain showers, the only trouble spot well north into Seattle and up into Portland. Here's the forecast for our neighborhood. Late coastal clouds and fog with the possibility of some light misty precipitation, winds from the west, lows in the 50s. Tomorrow we are looking for morning coastal clouds and fog, and as I said, a big push of these clouds and fog moving well inland overnight and into the early morning hours. Might see some misty precipitation, highs tomorrow in the 60s and the 70s, probably a little cooler for tomorrow, a little cooler on Tuesday. Then the warm-up begins on Wednesday and on into Thursday, where we could see some very warm temperatures once again. So I think your days off are going to look good, George.
All right, thanks, Steve.
Sure.
Thank you, Steve. Up next on the 5 o'clock news, Hollywood banks on making a killing at the box office as that lethal duo, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, returns to the silver screen in Lethal Weapon 3. Movie critic Bob Shaw will have our review.
We'll stay out all night. They're
You know, Dave's specialty is bread, Steve's specialty is bread pudding, so you might want to listen to this next
bread pudding.
Think
about garlic bread pudding?
A new thing.
No.
Well, think about it. Just consider it. Don't close your mind so quickly here. Just when you thought it was safe to talk to your neighbors, the annual Gilroy Garlic Festival continued. Good luck. We've been getting this wonderful weather. It's lucky for us.
You think he brought it?
No, I mean, it's lucky for people who are enjoying all this. I know that. Nor do your forecast.
But it is really kind of nice. The temperatures are really chilly. The whiners are out there. It's too cold. It's too cold for August in Sacramento. Blocker. Big blocking ridge of high pressure. Every time a low pressure center comes, ooh, boom, knocks it off. Low pressure center comes towards him and he knocks it off. A storm comes towards him, a drought buster comes towards him, and he knocks it off again. We just can't seem to get this big old blocker out of our system. He keeps the storms away. This is where the high pressure center is located. Do you wear the parka or do you wear the shorts? The parka or the shorts? It's kind of hard to decide. Parka, shorts, parka, shorts. That's the big dilemma. You know, if you're just passing through Sacramento or you're just visiting us, this is not normal. That window, let the breeze blow in, and you could have a sweet dream just like our little buddy in bed here, dreaming of a refund on his SMUD bill. Keep dreaming. We've been in this seesaw battle between Mr. Hot and Mr. Cool last couple of weeks. Last week, Mr. Hot won out. Week before that, Mr. Cool won out. And I think this week, Mr. Cool will be the winner.
Short sleeve weather out at Saylorville Lake, where our Steve Swienckowski is having a little drink there, huh, Steve?
Well, it's a little visual aid, okay? We've been talking about how low we've been as far as precipitation. Now, usually by the first week of May, we've had about 8 inches of precipitation. Now, this is about 8 inches of pop here, okay? Now, I'll show you exactly where we are by drinking some of this pop. Here goes.
This has got to hurt, Steve. Ouch, that had to burn. He's not done yet. How about a musical interlude? Is that about right?
Does the phone count?
Excluding the bubbles, that's about how much we've had so far this year in comparison to how much we should have had. About 2.5 inches of rain so far this year, and we're about 5.5 inches short. So we need some good rain, and we need it in a hurry. But it kind of gives me a sick feeling just to think about it, you know? Let's take a look at what's happening. Here are the current conditions. We have a temperature of 83 degrees, nice sunny skies. Winds are still out of the north, but they will shift and come from the south very shortly. Barometer is falling at this hour. We take a look at a jet stream depiction for you. This is why we're having the warm weather. We've got a big upper-level low-pressure system off the west, a big upper-level low off the east. We've got rain on both coasts, but we're getting warm air being pulled up from the southwest, and we're going to have above-normal temperatures for at least the next 5 days or so. Here's your forecast for tonight. Clear skies, winds out of the south, low down around 54. For tomorrow, clear to partly cloudy, winds out of the south and gusty, and a high around 85. And we are saluting a senior this evening. She is 103 years young. Her name is Grace Deal. She's of Green. She's living at the Mathers nursing home up there. And she is an aunt of the famous Barbara Walters. So we wish continued good health to Grace Deal.
You know, it would take me half an hour to drink that much soda.
It's going to take me that long to digest it.
Steve, thank you very much.
Right. I think we'll see a lot of clearing. Boy, did you hear those bells go off? I better get back there real quick. Winds out of the east at 10 miles an hour and a high of 70. And the 5-day outlook looks this way. Temperatures warming up.
And the bells.
The bells mean something else is going on, and I've got to leave. See ya.
Get there.
Go check the computer.
Baseball lights up tonight at Wrigley. Jeff?
Ah, those bells did mean something, huh?
We have a tornado warning in the south-central part of Iowa, in extreme southeastern Warren County, northern Lucas, and southwest Marion. Radar indicates a very intense thunderstorm, as you can see it blinking on your screen, in northwest Lucas County of south-central Iowa. This is about 35 miles south of Des Moines. A funnel cloud was reported near Lucas around 6:10. The storm is moving northeast around 35 miles an hour. And that means persons near Williamson, Columbia, Lavilla, Hamilton should be on the lookout for a severe thunderstorm headed your way. And you can see it very well on Doppler storm scan radar.
Part of that same system we've been watching.
Yeah, that's why we have that Doppler.
Tornado warning.
National Weather Service radar does not show you that stuff.
No.
Tornado warning. Okay. Thank you, Steve.
Paw. Yes, it's a faux paw. It's a faux paw. Do you know what a faux paw is? Well, this is the audience participation. We call this weather geek speak. These are words that we meteorologists use between ourselves, and occasionally we'll throw them out to the public. Faux paw is one of them. Any guesses on what faux paw is? We're going through it right now. It's not a mistake. We're going through it right now. It's just a shortened version of frontal passage. Faux paw. So you learn something new every day. We're going through a faux paw right now. A little oh, by the way, used in a sentence, faux paw. Maybe we should hold off on that picnic until after the faux paw. Otherwise, we could have a social faux paw.
Man, whoa.
I know. I stay up at night thinking about this stuff sometimes, mostly clear overnight, but not thinking too much about it. Lows near 30. Hey, welcome back. We not only have one storm headed towards us, we have a whole succession of storms. In fact, you might even call it the Storm Train with your host, Steve Cornelius. I think Aretha Franklin said it best. Train, 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 train of storms. It's my Friday. I'm very loopy today. Almanac page 48. Got up to 48. That's where we should be this time of year. Old General Lee, the resident rodent of Atlanta, didn't see his shadow, so who are you going to believe? One of them's got to be right, right? Extra, extra, read all about it. January, wet and warm. That's right, the numbers are in for January. Officially, January goes down in the record books as wet because there's about an inch above normal as far as precipitation, and warm, about 4 degrees warmer than normal was this past January. Right now, no wind to speak of and clear skies right now. However, there have been some clouds in the last couple of hours. I want to say hi to some friends of mine. I was out in Apex earlier today talking to Mrs. Lewis's second graders at Balcom Elementary. Very smart kids who were talking about weather and TV weather, and want to say hi to those kids. They're probably sleeping, but hopefully someone's going to videotape this for them. Satellite inch above normal as far as precipitation, and warm, about 4 degrees warmer than normal was this past January.
Meteorological Society.
Hi, and welcome back. Let's take a look at the big 5-day forecast and show you what's going on for today, for the next 5 days. We should have some clear skies for the next 2 at least, but we have a big storm system coming in on Thursday. Let's take a look at the precipitation for this date. We are looking we're looking at something really funky. Is that okay? We all right? There we go. There, that's better. That's the 5-day again, and we're down. We're going to go back. What are we going to do? We're going to go back to the desk. Okay, we're going to go back to the desk because something funky about the computer. Do we have anything on the computer that we can show the folks? Guess not. Okay, a little bit of a computer snafu. Well, I can tell you this much. We might see some fog overnight tonight. We're looking at a partly sunny to partly cloudy day tomorrow. There might be more sunshine in the morning tomorrow than in the afternoon. We're looking for a high tomorrow around 52 degrees. There's a storm system coming in on Thursday. There's going to be a lot of warm air in advance of that storm system, and that's where we're calling for a high on Thursday of 65 degrees, which is going to feel very warm and tropical. But then, of course, that means a chance of thunderstorms when the cold front comes through on Thursday. So a good chance of a very rainy Thursday, and then maybe some showers lingering through on Friday. A quick look at the weekend. Looks like it's going to be dry but cool at this point.
What's this, Steve? Magic. The weather graphics.
Do some graphics.
There you go.
Hey, that's right.
Help
Great.
me out here.
45 right now is the temperature. Let's take a look at the satellite loop. You can see we had some clouds, of course, with the system that moved through us very quickly today. There is some patchy fog showing up in portions of North Carolina right now, but of course that does not show up on our infrared picture. There's a big storm system moving, and then cooler air moves in for the beginning of the work week next week.
Not bad.
Not great, but hey.
We'll take it.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Sure.
Thank you, Steve.
Boy, it was windy out there. It's the kind of day I normally issue a toupee alert. I was hanging on to mine, I'll tell you that. Just take a look at the 5-day forecast. We are looking... Hey, good evening, everybody. Boy, what a wet night out there. We can hear the rain coming down hot and heavy just a couple of minutes ago on our tin roof here. Take a look at the 5-day forecast. It's going to be fairly rainy for the next at least 12 hours or so. Chance of precipitation Friday morning, slight chance of precipitation early on Monday. It's the next 12 to 18 hours that are going to be soggy.
Okay. Thanks, Steve.
All right, thank you.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, you know, with that big full moon and the perigee, of course, that means that the high tides tomorrow will be exceedingly high, and there might be a little bit of flooding in some coastal areas of North Carolina. There's a little bit of flooding still going on in some of the smaller streams and rivers because of the rain that we had. Most of the rivers are beginning to crest now and are beginning to recede as we are looking for dry weather for the next couple of days. Take a look at the 5-day Thursday, maybe even some showers on Friday, and a toupee alert for tomorrow. So if you're a small person, put some rocks in your pockets. Day tomorrow.
Steve Swienckowski, the only Triangle weatherman to call for snow, is outside our studio with the latest. Steve?
Well, thank you, Vern, for that pat on the back. I made that forecast 48 hours ago on Thursday evening when everyone else was calling for rain, and I got a lot of strange looks from people, I got to tell you. But let me run down some snowfall amounts that I know of in the Fox 22 viewing area. 6 inches at least at Greensboro, 4 inches near Durham, an inch officially at RDU International, and just a dusting at Fayetteville. It looks to me as though the snow has tapered off here in the Raleigh area, but I'm going to toss it now to my compadre, Captain Jim Kilpatrick, in the studio for a quick look at the forecast. Jim?
Steve, the big problem...
During a... in the studio for a quick look at the forecast. Jim?
Steve, the big problem...
During a... Ed, see? See that? Get it? See? Got it. Leave it that way. Leave it that way. Thank you very much. That's why we can't wear that color green. See, you learn something new every day, all right? Temperature right now. The Fox tour continues at Blue Jay Point once again today, and I was out there today showing the kids why a weatherman can't wear green. This is what happens if a weather geek wears green. He just kind of disappears. These guys were from Rand Road Elementary, and that's the group that's out there all week. I've been visiting them last week, this week, and I'll be out there again, I don't know, sometime again soon. I know I'm not done yet with Blue Jay Point. Temperature right now, 55, dew points at 40. Nice, cool, not much of a breeze. Barometer is holding steady. Look for a gusty southwest at 15 to 78. Here's the flying... Mostly sunny, easy. Look west at 15 miles, 78. Flying 5-day forecast. Chance of showers and thunderstorms. Other than that, no major rainmakers in sight. Thinking about hail.